Hi guys, welcome to another session of our webinar where we are covering today the 13 steps formula to build a successful chatbot. You must have heard about chatbots all over the internet, I would say, during the last 2 years. And I firmly believe that chatbot is one of the most exciting technologies that has been growing and disrupting how brands communicate with their audience. So today's session is going to be simple and plain, and it's going to cover the basics of building a chatbot ground up, right from the first, if you have an idea right from there till what it takes to really build a successful chatbot. So delving right in, what are chatbots? A chatbot is a program that allows businesses to deliver automated customer support, e-commerce guidance, content, and interactive experiences through the messaging platform. Now that messaging platform could be anything right from your social networks or your own website. So that's something we'll discuss further. But this is a formal definition of a chatbot. To be honest, what really chatbots are, they are probably a friend of your customers. So just like a friend would communicate with with your audience and be able to help them, is what chatbots do. And they really have got power because they could become your first line of defense or first line of interaction with your customers. So that's where that's the reason the whole world is excited about chatbots. And some of the major reasons that chatbots are really popular is because they work in conversational language. They work with with the audience just typing in, hey, can I book a flight? I want to go from London to New York. So that's the sort of language that chatbot conversates with, rather than going through a boring interface and trying to tap in your options. So that's one of the major reasons chatbots have been very popular, and a lot of technology is being built around them. Then, apart from that, they eliminate the manual work, because currently, if your brand has a lot of people working on the brand presence, social, and market around, chatbots can really help you eliminate all that. Then there's no delay in response. So if your team is currently available, let's say 24 by 7, but sometimes they have to take coffee breaks, the chatbot is, in our case, can be available all the time, apart from all the unconventional times on the all the holidays and everything. Chatbots are really private and secure because all the communication takes place through the standard secure platforms of the chat platform like Facebook or Twitter. So you can rely on these guys, of course. And then you don't have to install any new application, which was the biggest challenge with application development for developers. Like for every brand, brands had to really push the publication of that app, and then make sure that people download and keep that application. With chatbots, there's no need of any application to be developed, and then there's no storage space required as well, because all these chats are like done in text or done with small size files, and they are just right away available for the user through the chat platform. So that's a bit about chatbots. And jumping right on the meat, I'm going to tell you more about the 13 steps that I promised to tell you, a secret for building chatbots. By the way, application of chatbots lies in aviation, e-commerce, logistics, healthcare, banking, insurance, hospitality, recruitment, technology. So these are some of the major areas where chatbots are currently being built. And if you belong to any of these areas, do connect with us, because there are so much value that chatbots can bring to your brand. So, feel free to connect with us after the webinar or during the webinar today to ask us about how chatbots can help you for your particular domain. Now, coming to our 13-step formula, delving right in, the number one step required for any chatbot is defining your vision. So your vision should be concrete, because chatbots in itself provide you so much power that you have to be discreet enough which features or what is the agenda of your chatbot. A chatbot can do everything for you, but just like the butterfly effect, each one feature that you add actually creates at least 100 more cases to be thought about, 5,000 more user scenarios to be thought about. So your chatbot to start with should be very specific and should be really good at that. So as a Japanese proverb that I usually live with is like, vision without action is a daydream. Action without a vision is a nightmare. So you have to have your vision correct. You need to focus whether you want to build a chatbot for customer support, for order processing, for order statuses, for payment processing, for media engagement, for sales, or for any other thing. Of course, as your chatbot would get mature, it could have all these things. But to start with, probably start with one use case, and do it really good for a chatbot. And that's how you could go to your audience that, hey, now from now on, if you have to do this, use a chatbot. Not like you do everything on a chatbot and then not able to deliver. So that's the first and foremost rule of building a chatbot. The second being, as I mentioned, go to your audience. So know your audience, because you have to really know who your audience are and what they would use chatbot for. So as I mentioned, you have to have your vision. You also have to know that how this chatbot is going to help who you are aiming for. So, like Ben Chestnut, co-founder of Mailchimp, famously said that people want to know what's best for them, and they can switch on a dime because they're always a new disruptor disrupting the last disruptor. Kind of a tongue twister. So, companies should just strive to keep changing and adopting to their customer needs. So, you should know what people are expecting of your chatbot, and then how are you able to create that value. So you know what people are really looking for from your chatbot. Are they looking for fast responses, or are they looking for some personalized answers, or are they looking for connecting with your chatbot just because they are insecure about their privacy, or they are just wanting to connect because they don't have your application. So what is the major drive that people are connecting to your chatbot is to be known. And then, of course, very important, how much tech savvy they are, on which platform their presence is. And then that is in fact the third rule as well. Chatbots can be built for most of the messaging platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Slack, WeChat, but you have to identify where you want your chatbot to reside. So that becomes very important, that you have to understand, or your own website where your users will come and converge with you. So that becomes very important. Then the fourth point is identify use cases. So once you have drilled down, okay, my chatbot is, let's say, for example, let's say take customer support, then you should have a single-minded focus, and you have to focus on identifying use cases about that particular vision. That okay, let's say my user will be able to place the order, my user will be able to check order status, my user may not be able to transfer the funds, my user will be able to place callback requests. So what all things the user will be able to do, that you have to identify, and then accordingly you have to make a plan for the chatbot. As I mentioned, you have to then identify the social platform. Apart from that, you have to also identify the AI platform. So the artificial intelligence that is going to drive your chatbot. Would it be Chatfuel? Would it be Octane? Would it be Pandora bots, Wit, or IBM Watson, the bot.me? And I can go on and on. I mean, I have come across at least 100 plus chatbot engines or more, that promise to deliver results. So you have to go through, which one suits you the best, and which one has, the best available support for the use case that you are building. So some chatbot could be good for booking tickets, while some chatbot could have better intelligence to provide you for checking status, or for for buying something. So you have to work on that. Like IBM Watson, for example, is being said to be good for enterprise use cases as compared to Wit.ai, which probably works better for booking tickets on Facebook. So something like that you have to go through and identify artificial intelligence as well. Then, of course, you need a superstar developer like us. Just joking, but like any developer, who is professional and has a good good know-how of chatbot should work. Where to look for these developers? You can always look for references. I usually personally say people that the best places to find in your own network. But then if you're not able to find, go for Google search. Check out people writing up on Quora, people writing up on Reddit. Check out people who are really being thought of as thought leaders in this particular stream. If still not able to find, then go for hiring platforms, go for local directories, blogs, conference, and even especially the local startup events that you have, maybe like a startup grind. You can check out, and then LinkedIn can also be a place to look for finding people. And you should be able to find a developer who should be able to help you. Uh, do an interview with the developer, find out their personal portfolio, find out their work, find out how many chatbots they've created, check out those chatbots, maybe put in your own queries and find out whether the developer was able to think through the user experience, review from past clients, check out for referrals, check out for certificates, check out for expertise, check out for LinkedIn profile availability, and the cost and time estimates. Of course, it has to work with your budget as well. So check out these things, and you should be able to get a good developer to work. And then also one thing I can also point out is that make sure that the developer has worked on the similar AI platform that you have thought about. If you are working again on an enterprise chat, then the developer should have worked on, let's say, IBM Watson. While if you're looking for a Facebook chat, then he may have worked with, let's say, Win.ai. So that's something you have to figure out as well. Once the developer is chosen, you can make a plan. You can share with him, let's say, what all ideas you are looking at, what all the other use cases you want to solve, and then you can divide the whole work into phases. You can define a plan. You can define, okay, what would be the development look like, which use cases would be covered first, what all would be the user scenarios, and work with the developer. Once that is done, all those use cases, you have to work for the APIs. Either if you are a brand, then you should be able to provide those APIs to the developer so that the chatbot can connect with your backend. Or if you are creating a chatbot for a generic use case, let's say a chatbot that helps people find the cheapest tickets, or a chatbot that helps people find say places to visit. So you may have to connect with different websites. Let's say for tickets, you may have to connect with TripAdvisor, and you have to connect with Zynga, and you have to connect with Booking.com. So you have to find support for finding for being able to connect your chatbot with the backend. So that's something that you have to work with your developer, or you have to guide a developer. The developer guides you to connect with these companies. So that being done, your cost and time estimates may differ a bit depending on how much access you are able to provide, and how much how much information is available, how much the developer has to work on. So accordingly, your cost and time estimates could be finalized, and that's where your real development could start. When that's done, you keep on monitoring the progress, and you can keep on test and tune. You can you can be a user yourself, in fact. And the best part again, against applications or mobile application or web application, is for chatbot. Even your 5-year-old can actually test out a chatbot, because the interface is so simple. It is meant for being used by anyone. So you can ask everyone and anyone to have a test chat being done with your test bot, and check out if you're able to find what you're looking for, and keep on recording those cases. There are a lot of tools that help you recording these responses, and be able to find out whether the responses were optimal or not. And this sort of back and forth is really required. This is one of the major phases, I would say, emphasize that building a simple chatbot which answers 5 questions in 5 ways is simple, but building a simple chatbot which answers 5 questions but asked in 500 ways is what where the magic lies, and that's what is going to happen when you launch your chatbot. Your chatbot is going to be asked the single question, but in maybe 500,000 ways. Everyone would type in their own way of writing, and whether your chatbot is able to handle those queries is what you have to work on to be able to tune the chatbot. Then once you are happy, you spread the word out. You probably are building the chatbot for your social platform. So that's another beautiful part of chatbot is that while these chatbots are integrated with your social platform, on day one itself your message reaches to the whole audience of your platform. We worked with an application brand that we worked with, and they had a huge audience of 10 million followers on their Facebook platform. So when we launched Rally and we spread the word out, we we changed the cover image of the Facebook page. We were like talking to 1,000+ concurrent users right away. So that's the beauty of chatbots, and that's something also you have to think through, that whether your chatbot, wherever it is hosted, if it's hosted on Amazon or if it's hosted on your own private cloud, is able to handle that much of queries. So that's something where also you have to load test and make sure that it works fine. But if it does, then you're good to go, spread out and keep on spreading, keep on making it better. And that's the 13th rule, like the 13th coast. Very important that after doing all this, go back again and start doing it all again, because chatbots, the constant upgradation is the key. You start measuring analytics, you start measuring results, and keep on adding value to the chatbot, keep on adding better ways to answer the same questions, keep on adding better ways to handle the same questions, and keep on adding more ways to answer more questions. So this is what you have to work on, keep on doing it, while you of course save money and time on building UI, money and time on marketing, money and time on creating an audience that you had to do for your mobile application. For chatbots, your real work would be managing, maintaining, and upgrading your chatbot so that it's always ready and it's always powerful. So that those are our 13 key takeaways. If you feel you have something else you would like to add, please feel free to add in the comment section. If you have any questions, again, please feel free to add in our comment section. We are always here to answer you as soon as possible. One conclusion that I usually share with my team all the time is developing an awesome chatbot isn't rocket science. As a business owner, you need to have a clear understanding of what your chatbot will be doing for your customers and take the first step right from there. Applications of chatbots are endless, provided that they are made with a defined vision. So again, summarizing what I already told you, that start narrow, but do it really great, and then keep on doing it great every day. So that's a takeaway. Now, this is a bit about me. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Mind Browser. You can reach out to me over this email, or you can visit us on our website. We do a lot of work. In fact, we also moderate the biggest IoT magazine and the Chatbot Journal on Medium. So you can check it out, the chatbotjournal.com on Medium, and you'll find us there. We keep on writing and we keep on promoting chatbots. We do develop a lot of chatbots as well that you can check out on our website. So feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a good day ahead and the rest of the week. Thanks. Bye.